Let's go.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is me, the Ninja Reviewer here, and welcome to my review of Fairy Tail episode, what was it again? Of episode 266, aka Fairy Tail 0. Now, as in case you guys know, I did a live reaction to the opening and the ending, opening 22 and ending 22, and I gotta say, opening 22 was definitely really awesome, even though excuse me, it's just a song that I really have to get used to. But again, I love the overtone of the Full Metal Alchemist vibe that I'm getting from this opening. Basically, this is a prequel to the Fairy Tail manga, and what it is basically, this is even before when Fairy Tail was even like born or even formed into this one big awesome guild as it is now as a family. So technically, this is way back before it was even formed. So we go back years ago, with way back when Mavis was very little, at the age of 6. She was in the guild right after her mom and dad died during a war. And what happened is, even though like the guild master was kind of an asshole pretty much most of the way, especially the way, you know, that he treated Mavis, like the way she would always treat, like, oh, well, you know, since you're not going to do this, you know what, hey, get rid of those shoes, they don't fit you, I'll just give it to my daughter. And which I believe her daughter's name is Zera, I believe his name is. Yeah, her name is Zera, and what she is basically she is the daughter of this guild master. And technically, at first, you know, you think, all right, the way they pretty much treat Mavis, they're pretty much like assholes, and they're pretty much, you know, beyond the reach of power compared to people who are just below class. And you could kind of actually see that. But Mavis was the person to stay strong. She was like, no, I have to stay strong for my family, because if I don't, and if I shed a tear, or if I cry, then there will be no fairy in sight for me to see. And that was basically her goal, to actually see a real life fairy, and to giving her hope in life that there could be one guild that can technically form, and, you know, to become reunited as a family, and, you know, stuff like that. We already know basically most of that stuff, where Mavis is pretty much telling us, you know, throughout most of the series of Fairy Tail. But you're pretty much getting, you know, a sense of that here in a more cute kind of way, sort of. This was a pretty good episode, you know, to start things off. First of all, the animation for this episode was actually very top-notch. I really loved the animation style, especially not just the opening, but just for the whole series. Just looks awesome. Like, it really does. Like, the animation feel looks really good. And you can kind of tell, like, what the series is going for. And you can tell there's going to be a lot of impact, a lot of feels, and stuff like that that are going to be going on. I never read the Fairy Tail 0 manga, so please do not spoil. And, you know, am I going to still keep on watching this, or am I going to skip it and wait until the next arc, which is the Avatar arc? Yeah, it actually is called that. If that starts, will I just wait until that starts in April? I'll probably just keep on watching this, because it is pretty interesting. A lot of people say that it is in canon. It's not like it's filler or anything like that. It is basically a prequel to the Fairy Tail manga. The only thing that was kind of fillerish was the very beginning of it, where basically we see Natsu and Happy, and they're basically just traveling around just trying to find out where the hell they're going to go for this training. And they find the grave of Mavis, and they find that. It's like, oh shit. You know, this could sort of be like this sort of, you know, this whole area of Tenryu Island could sort of be some kind of way, you know, of ways of training and stuff. So yeah, it was kind of funny too how they give like little souvenirs, like, you know, Happy gave it like a fish in the grave. They're like bowing down, they're praying to watch over people and stuff like that, which is kind of cute, and it's also funny at the same time. Importantly though, this is basically focused on Fairy Tail 0. So what happened is, there's pretty much still a war going on. Like, you know, this was the time of era where there's like wars of guilds and stuff like that going on. And the guild that Mavis was in, the other people who were fighting against that guild set the entire village on fire, and everyone was pretty much just burning ablaze. People were dying like right in front of her, and it was pretty tragic. It was pretty sad just to actually see that. And, you know, we see Mavis of how strong and determined she is. I guess you could say she's filled with determination. And if you played if you played Undertale, then you know exactly what I'm referencing there. But regardless, though, like, even though Mavis was kind of treated like shit during that guild and not really like the best, like, we basically see how strong of a determination is. She didn't give up hope. She didn't give up her way of living, even though the way of living kind of sucks. She has no shoes, for God's sakes, and she's going out there barefooted, trying to deliver Zera's lunch, pretty much. And she's so fascinated. She's like, oh my god, I'm going to a school and stuff like that. And it was so cute just to see Mavis like that. Very sweet, very innocent at that age. So it was really cute to actually see that. Regardless, though, it was a pretty good start of an episode, I would say. Then at the very end, though, especially when it comes to like Mavis saving Zera from the fire and from the war. And what happens is pretty much is that we see Mavis take Zera, and she's like, oh, why are you doing this after the way I treated you? She's like, it doesn't matter now. The main thing is that you're safe. A person's life is more important than the way they were treated and stuff like that. So, it kind of makes sense. So, they run away together, and they actually go on the island, as we know now, is Temrio Island. And what happens is that 7 years later has passed, and we see Makarov's father, we see Warren, and of course we see Hades as there as well. So that's actually from Grimoire Hearts. That's actually pretty cool back here in his younger days. So overall, this is where they finally all meet up. It's 7 years later, and it's pretty much the Mavis that we know of today from Fairy Tail. It's pretty much that Mavis has grown up. It's 7 years later to, I would say, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I say she's around 13ish, maybe 12 or 13. By that time, and I believe so is Zera. She might be the same age as well, probably maybe a bit older, but yeah. But by the way, she is. I think she's a little bit older than Mavis. But regardless, though, that's pretty much it. So overall, I give the episode a 4 out of 5. It was a pretty good way to start things off. The animation was on point. It was actually really, really good, especially for the opening and the ending, and the whole episode in general just looks so incredibly beautiful, except for the very beginning, of course, with the whole filler escapade with Natsu and Happy Joy. It was kind of funny, don't get me wrong, but I really just want to see the main attraction, which was Fairy Tail Zero beginning. So yeah, 4 out of 5 episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And the thing is, will I still be watching the Fairy Tail Zero arc in this anime? Hell yeah, I definitely will, because it is starting to become quite more interesting. Or if I don't feel it's interesting, I'll just wait until basically when Fairy Tail, the real canon arc actually starts. I'll see how it goes. If I'm not a big fan of it, you guys, I'm pretty much just gonna wait until the real canon stuff, pretty much starts up. But it was still a pretty good way, for things to start. So until then, that's basically it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What'd you think of the adaptation? If you have read the Fairy Tail Zero manga, let me know if this actually does justice to the original material. And until then, this is the Ninja Reviewer signing out. Peace out. MMA manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch. And I'll see you guys next time for episode 267. Later, guys. Feels so good to be back to reviewing Fairy Tail again. So, yeah. Also, I'll probably maybe make a little separate video really quick about the whole One Piece episode and stuff like that. Even though I'm not going to do like a live reaction. I mean, yeah, I could. But unfortunately, it would have to be like a fucking, I have to show no video whatsoever. And audio, I guess, is kind of okay. But I think the video, well, it's Toei, so they are a bit strict. But whatever, though. I'll see. I may or may not do it, though. It's really depending. I just might give, my overall thoughts. My overall opinion, my final thoughts on Gear 4. But we'll see, though. But until then, that's basically it. I'm done. Sayonara, peace out, and yeah. Anime manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch. And I'll see you guys next time for Fairy Tail episode 267. Later. Bye.